All right, so once you collect your events that you want to put on your timeline, you're going to come back to My Histro, and this is where you're going to create your timeline. So you're going to click on the tab that says Stories, and you're going to create a new story. You're going to want to give your story a name. So our story is a timeline, so I'm going to name it Explorers Timeline. Then you're going to give a short description about what this story is going to be about. So this timeline is about the early European explorers. You're going to hit this green button that says Next, and this is where you're going to start adding your events to your timeline. So you're going to click this button that says Create New Event, and it's loading. And you're going to want to give your event a name. So we're going to say Christopher Columbus discovers Cuba. Okay? And then you're going to want to type a description about what this event is. And you want your description to be pretty detailed because this is the only information that is going to be seen on the timeline. So mine says Columbus leaves Spain in search of the Indies on his ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina. However, instead of reaching the Indies, Columbus discovers Cuba. So then over here, we are going to set the dates of when this happened. So the starting date would be the date that Columbus left Spain. So that date was September 8th, 1492. Now 1492 was a really long time ago, so you're going to have to scroll pretty far up to reach the date. So 1492, and I know it was in September, on the 8th. So that was the date that Columbus left Palos, Spain. So then the end date would be the date that Columbus arrived in Cuba, and that was also in 1492. So we're going to scroll all the way up. 1492. And that was on October 28th. All right. So then if you wanted to, you could add a photo of Christopher Columbus. So we're going to add a picture, and that photo will pop up on our timeline. Now, the really cool feature about this website is that it allows us to add the locations of Christopher Columbus's route into our timeline. So we know that Columbus started his journey in Palos, Spain. So I can type Palos, Spain into this search bar and hit the search button, and it will take me to that location. Now I want to map Columbus's route. So in order to do that, there's 3 little buttons right down here, a little hand, a shape button, and a line button. So in order to map the route, we want to use the line button. So we are going to put a dot right where that red marker is. And then we're going to type in Columbus's end location, which was Cuba. So we're going to search for Cuba. And then we're going to take our marker and put it right where that red marker is at. So then after you've drawn your line, it's still going to want to be adding points. So to make that stop, you're going to hit the line button again. Then if you zoom out, you can see there was a line drawn from Spain to Cuba, and that shows Columbus's route. So after you've entered all your information about the event, you're going to click the Done button, and this is going to save your event. So it automatically will add your event in the story. But if there's an event that you created before, you can go ahead and scroll and drag your events over. And then if you wanted to add another event, you would go back up here and click Create New Event. You would put in all the information again, hit Done, and it would automatically come up in your story. So then after you have all of your events in your story, you're going to click this green button that says Save Story. And it's going to bring you to your timeline. And down here, you can see all of the locations of the explorers, and I only have one route drawn. You'll have more than one route. And then your timeline will be up here.